second video I was gonna think about testing the detestable, but this is now more so leaning towards the spiritual side of things. Most people, not most people, a lot of people, most NPCs and most white people, which are NPCs, in America at least, I can only speak for Americans, because when people are from other places, which is basically a system built for harvesting energy, they have a semblance of common sense. But in America, you're to be harvested. And the problem is, and I'm gonna try to keep this short, they're harvesting negative energy. What they don't want the modern man, more specifically, and women, and child, and everyone else to understand is that they can only harvest and gather energy off of negative energy. Like, I'll give you many examples from past, before when I was ignorant and asleep, and I'll give you examples now. One, I used to get a shitload of bitches and pussy just thrown at a nigga when I was a Pookie and Ray Ray, when I was hustling, when I was just carefree, when I was drinking, when I was stupid, when I was okay with whoever I allowed in my energy. But when I started reading more, when I started reading the Bible more, when I started living the Bible's word, when I started upholding and walking upright, when I really started enacting self-love, all those things died down, and all the things that came with it. All the pussy and the worshipers of the pussy just dissipated. I still have gotten pussy here and there, based off of just physical attraction. I look everything as a scientific study. But that's far and few in between, because one, just based off of, I'm overruled by the ruling system that's based off of capitalism, and I'm always being attacked by financial attacks, that it doesn't even leave me in a position to even have them opportunities, because I'm always moving. What you see in these videos has basically been my life almost since the baby mama drama bullshit, because I'm always literally, even though I'm making great progression, I'm always fighting for survival, even though it shouldn't be. Like, I'm in a position to where I'm supposed to make more than the average American, period. But from jobs that I work at, there's every job there's a white person that's either stealing from me. I've had more money stolen from me than people have made in a year. Year after year after year. If not, it's been sabotaged. And there's always a white person, which they like to say black people steal. I have proof, but no one cares, just like no one hears anything I have to say. They only hear when a white person gets popped in the neck like Charlie Kirk. I digress. Point being is that all of these situations are meant for energy harvesting. Like, I'm positive, and I know God is my ultimate supply. In spite of all this, I'm still here. I've had crazy attacks. I had bullets miss my head. I have been standoffs. I've been in crazy shit that normal humans don't survive. I've woken up in a pool of my blood as a child. I've been electrocuted. You name it. I've been stabbed in my own knee by my own little brother. Like I can go on a slew of large list of wicked shit that normal human being wouldn't survive. But the point is, all of this is for energy harvesting. I've been gang stalked from Lord knows how long, pretty much my damn near whole life. But the energy harvesting is to get you to respond in fear, get you to respond. There's a scale, I think Hawking's scale of frequency, where there's energy, fear, self-hatred, hate, doubt. And then, after all those low vibes, the highest low vibe is pride. Pride comes before the fall. Then above that is courage, faith, belief, self-love, all that. All of these attempts are to get you in a low vibration. Even if it's an actual attack, it's to get you to spirit in fear. I'm responsive in fear. I'll eat you, and if it comes to a physical altercation. but it'll respond in negative thoughts like, oh, now I have to deal with these altercations and all these other things that are frequently lowering your shit. It opens a door. It doesn't matter. They'll sacrifice their own just so they can feed on a high energy person. Charlie Kirk is an example. There's white people that are shocked. They're becoming a great harvest. There are other people that are shocked. They're becoming a great harvest. But guess why white people are always attacking us, even if we had nothing to do with it? Because black people are the #1 harvesting for energy. We don't give a fuck. We're staying the fuck out of your business. Like you should stay out of ours. And as soon as we stay out of your business, we're like, all right, we're the problem. We'll just keep our problems on ourselves and we'll work on ourselves. You come attack us. As all history has always shown, we stay out of our business, we even show you love. You attack us. And on the individual scale and on a group scale, you see black kids go to colleges, or white kids go to black main colleges and try to rile up black people, and then they get excused out of the campus. Like normal human beings would do, instead of shooting someone in the neck. And we have more white people and their crazy talking points like, black people are insane. Look at the black people that we've downtrodden on for years and years and years and left them no opportunity. And look when they finally snap. Look how evil they are. No, we're not going to look at the white people that have had a perfect life and then just snapped and shot all their family and then went to school and shot everybody in school. We don't see that. Never happened. So it's weird. It's a weird thing, but it's not a racial thing. It's a red herring to draw you off the trail. Just like white people never can accept anything from the Bible, most of them, and can't hold it and inherit it in their spirit, and they're disgusted. The most disgusting thing, more than like the white hatred for any other brown race, is their hatred for God, their hatred for Christ, their hatred for Jesus, the hatred for the Christ consciousness, high frequency, the hatred for anything that is high frequential. Anything high frequential, I see a hard pullback. Even if they're immediately harvesting off of me. They got me in a low frequency, I am in control of my emotions. Like, I've had to be my whole life. Because my own family has been trying to feed off of my emotions. Everyone for my whole life. So I've learned to, I can cut it off. I don't need it. If it's a weapon against me, I don't need it. I'll flip it off. And I can sit back and I can just watch and observe like a scientist what's happening. Completely detached. I've made mental notes for my entire life. And it didn't make any sense until we brought the frequential level and the spiritual level into play. Oh, that's how I get you to react. It's like you're a pushback, you pull back when I show you love, but when I show myself deep self-love, if I have confidence, if I stand strong, I notice from a distance I'll hide that hatred when I have confidence. But when I've won a trophy and I can see in a crowd that vitriol and that deep hatred in their eyes and that burning anger. But when you're in my face and you're trying to feast off of me, and I have that self-love and I flip that switch and I flip it on you, then you're doing anything to get away from the situation. That's a warning. When hives of white people do that, that's a warning sign. When people that were playing with my money on all these jobs and trucking jobs only moved me to primarily white area groups, and then it lines me up into these situations where people are driving erratically, but down south where there's a nice mixture, it's not happening. That's a warning. So I may say white and black, but ultimately all of this is for spiritual harvesting. And they'll kill you. They'll damn near kill you to get that energy. But my question is, what are you afraid of if I do the opposite constantly? And I've noticed this is the last part of the video that I want to make point on. When I'm really focused on all the opposite of what the world wants to push, of like a high frequency frenzy, Like the world goes nuts. Like my phone is usually dry unless somebody needs something, which is usually the man's life. Somebody needs something, whether it's emotional, physical, or financial. But when I'm on a high frequency, my phone's going crazy, my job's going crazy, people are going crazy, and I can literally call it on a dot. And that's why I need to get a camera, so I can like show people, and instead of just chanting a random like, oh, this is crazy, he's talking this gang talking. No, I'll literally mark it on a dime, on a second. Like, look, and this mark, because I can control myself and my emotions like a master. I'm like, look, I'm gonna show you, I'm gonna focus 100% on high frequency. And as soon as I do that, all light-skinned people usually, or it could be black women that are feminists and homosexuals, or any kind of mixture of people that basically anyone that's anti-God, they'll flee from me, or they'll swarm to me heavily and they'll bombard me crazy. And I need to get this on camera, and I need to say it like, look, I'm not psychic. It's not psychic. It's predictable. It's calculated. It's like A and B. Like, I do this, the world does this. And anybody that has a spirit, because not everybody has spirit, that does this, it will happen to you, because we're all simultaneously being fed off. That being said, God knows your value. You know the rest.